Hello everyone. So today we will study angle modulation. So today we are going to start angle modulation. So in angle modulation two things are there. एक तो फेज मॉड्यूलेशन है और एक फ्रीक्वेंसी मॉड्यूलेशन एंड ये बहुत ही इंपॉर्टेंट है बिकॉज लास्ट ईयर टू क्वेश्चन came from angle modulation in GATE 2020 electronics branch. So just keep attention while learning this topic. So we completed amplitude modulation, but what is the difference between amplitude modulation and angle modulation? देखो amplitude modulation में amplitude modulate होता है, but इसमें क्या होता है ना, कैरियर सिग्नल का एंगल मॉड्यूलेट होता है. तो मैथमेटिकल एक्सप्रेशन से हम लोग इसको समझेंगे तो और इजी हो जाएगा. लेट आवर कैरियर सिग्नल हमारा क्या है, ए सी कॉस 2 पाई एफ सी टी प्लस फाइव. ओके, ये हमारा कैरियर सिग्नल है. तो अब देखो ये फाइव हमारा रेडियन में है. ओके, एंड हमेशा हमारा फ्रिक्वेंसी या फिर जो भी ओमेगा होता है वो भी हमारा रेडियन में होता है. तो दोनों रेडियन में, इसीलिए मैं पहले बता दूँ, कंफ्यूज नहीं करना, क्योंकि रेडियन से कन्वर्ट करने के लिए एंगल में मैं आपको बता देता हूँ. 1 रेडियन इज इक्वल टू 57.3 डिग्री होता है. Okay, so never get confused between radian and angle, because sometimes your answer will get wrong if you use angle instead of radian. If it is given in radian and you use the angle, then it will be wrong, right? So you need to convert radian into degree. So that is 57.3 degree, 1 radian equal to. तो देखो तो यहाँ पे ए सी कॉस 2 पाई एफ सी टी प्लस फाइव है हमारा कैरियर सिग्नल. तो इसको हम लोग लिख सकते हैं ए सी कॉस थीटा टी. हमने क्या किया, ये पूरा टर्म को थीटा टी एज्यूम कर लिया. ओके, तो अब हमारा थीटा टी क्या बनता है, थीटा टी इज इक्वल टू 2 पाई एफ सी टी प्लस फाइव. ओके, तो अब देखो एंगल मॉड्यूलेशन में हमारा थीटा टी वेरी करेगा. तो अब थीटा टी वेरी करने के लिए क्या क्या वेरी कर सकता है, अगर एफ सी अगर वेरी करता है तो भी थीटा टी वेरी होगा, और अगर फाइव वेरी करता है तो भी थीटा टी वेरी होगा. और थीटा टी हमारा क्या है, टोटल एंगल. तो टोटल एंगल जो है वो वेरी करेगा व्हेन एफ सी एंड फाइव चेंजेस. तो एंगल वेरी कर रहा है, इसीलिए इसको एंगल मॉड्यूलेशन हम लोग कहते हैं. ओके, तो थीटा टी किस पे डिपेंड कर रहा है, थीटा टी जो है हमारा एक तो एफ सी पे डिपेंड कर रहा है, दूसरा फाइव पे. तो अगर थीटा टी चेंज करता है ड्यू टू एफ सी, तो इसको हम लोग क्या बोलेंगे, फ्रीक्वेंसी मॉड्यूलेशन. बिकॉज फ्रीक्वेंसी इज चेंजिंग, तो इसको हम लोग बोलेंगे फ्रीक्वेंसी मॉड्यूलेशन. See, so easily we are understanding, and we need to understand the concept before solving any question. अगर थीटा टी चेंज होता है ड्यू टू फाइव जो है सो हमारा एंगल है, इसीलिए इसको फेज मॉड्यूलेशन बोलते हैं. फाइव इज द फेज, सो इट इज कॉल्ड एज फेज मॉड्यूलेशन. अंडरस्टूड? इफ यू हैव एनी डाउट यू कैन आस्क इन कमेंट बॉक्स, आई विल रिप्लाई इट. ओके, तो आप लिख सकते हो यहाँ पे एक पॉइंट, इफ एंगल मॉड्यूलेशन occurs due to dependent of FC on MT, then called as frequency modulation. ओके, अंडरस्टूड? जब भी एफ सी की वजह से हमारा एंगल मॉड्यूलेट होगा देन इट इज कॉल्ड फ्रीक्वेंसी मॉड्यूलेशन. एंड इफ एंगल मॉड्यूलेशन occurs due to डिपेंडेंस ऑफ फाई। ओके, यहाँ पे 5 के डिपेंडेंस की वजह से हमारा थीटा टी चेंज हो रहा है। सो देन दिस इज कॉल्ड एज फेज मॉड्यूलेशन। ओके, up to this clear? What is frequency modulation and what is phase modulation? Very simple. So we will have little more introduction about phase modulation and frequency modulation, then we will start with frequency modulation. Okay, so next topic is phase modulation. Now we will have just introduction of phase modulation, and in deep we will study it after frequency modulation. Okay, so assume carrier signal. Assume our carrier signal CT here. CT that is equal to AC cos 2 pi FCT. So this is our carrier signal CT. So carrier signal after modulation, what will be? Carrier signal after modulation is given as, this is phase modulation, so we write as PMT, that is equal to AC cos 2 pi FCT. We know that phase modulation occurs when the phase is varying, that is phi is varying with respect to t, phi t. So here our this phi t is varying. Understood? This is our carrier, and if the carrier signal after modulation in phase modulation, it will become AC cos 2 pi FCT plus phi t. Here phi t is varying. So our phi t is equal to Kp mt. This is the general expression of phase modulation. So what is Kp here? We already studied Ka is the amplitude sensitivity of amplitude modulation. So Kp is the phase sensitivity of phase modulator. Okay, what is Kp? Kp is the phase sensitivity. Now the unit of Kp is, that is equal to radian per volt. Okay, see why the unit of Kp is radian per volt? Because phi t is equal to radian per volt, and this message signal power will be in volt. So this volt and volt will cancel, and theta phi will be in the terms of radian. It will be in the term of phase. That's why the unit of Kp is radian per unit volt. Okay, so let's suppose now if mt is equal to 0, means there is no message signal, then phi t will be also 0, because phi t is equal to Kp mt. Phi t is also is equal to 0, so is imply that no phase modulation. Understood? If you have any doubt, you can ask in comment section, no problem, I will reply, because phi t is equal to 0. So what does Kp specify? Kp specify amount of phase shift in the carrier signal per unit volt change in the message signal. See here, unit is only radian per volt, so it is the amount of phase shift in carrier signal per unit volt change in message signal. Okay, because volt change in message signal and here volt change in message signal will get cancelled, so it will, phi t will be in terms of radian. Okay, so understood? This was just the basic introduction of phase modulation. Now we will start frequency modulation in deep. So we are going to start now frequency modulation. Okay, so assume frequency of carrier signal before modulation is Fc. Okay, so I will write it. I will just derive the general expression of frequency modulation, like how I derived the general expression of phase modulation. This is the general expression of phase modulation. So assume frequency of carrier signal before modulation is equal to Fc. Okay, because when it is not modulated, then the carrier signal frequency is Fc only, so that is only written here. So frequency of carrier signal after modulation, this Fc will change. Okay, frequency of carrier signal after modulation, this Fc is going to vary. Okay, because this is the frequency modulation. Frequency modulation is also angle modulation, but here angle changes due to change in the frequency, that is Fc. So at a time, the instantaneous frequency, that is Fi, that is equal to Fc plus Kf mt. So now you tell me just what will be the unit of Kf. See, here it is frequency modulation. So unit of Kf, that is equal to hertz per volt. Then only hertz per volt, this volt and mt volt will get cancelled. So Fi, this frequency will be in the terms of hertz only, that is in the terms of frequency only, because unit of frequency is hertz. And what is our Kf? Kf is the frequency sensitivity of frequency modulation. Okay, so understood what is Kf and unit of Kf. So let's suppose now when mt is equal to 0, is imply that Fi, that is instantaneous frequency, will be Fc, that is same as the carrier signal without modulation. So there will be no frequency modulation, because it is the carrier signal without modulation. Okay, so just keep this important point in mind. Phi t in the phase modulation, that was kpmt. Okay, so here Fi is not equal to kfmt. This mistake you never repeat in exam. Fi is always equal to Fc plus kfmt. Okay, this is the difference between the phase modulation and frequency modulation. So what does this Kf signifies? Kf signifies the amount of frequency change in the carrier signal per unit 1 volt change in the message signal. Okay, so no need to write this point, or you can write it. Kf specifies amount of frequency change in the carrier signal for 1 volt change in the message signal. Okay, see, our phase modulation is not yet over. It is just I gave the basic introduction of phase modulation and frequency modulation. From now onward, the main part will start. So let us assume now we are studying frequency modulation only now. Then after that we will study phase modulation. So let us assume mt is equal to am cos 2 pi fmt. Okay, or it can be am sine any sinusoidal signal 2 pi fmt. So what is our Fi in the frequency modulation? Fi is instantaneous frequency, that is Fc plus kfmt. And here I will write it so you will forget. Fi is instantaneous frequency. Up to this, no problem. Okay, so Fi is Fc plus kfmt. So this mt is varying. See, our mt is sinusoidal signal, so with respect to t, this mt is varying. So if this mt is varying, this kfmt is varying, then this Fi is also varying. So this is only our frequency modulation. But the important thing, this kfmt, this variation is known as frequency deviation. Okay, just write it. Every point is important for GATE examination. You can solve previous year GATE paper after learning this concept, and even I will do some important question. So see here, this Fi is instantaneous frequency, that is equal to Fc carrier frequency plus kfmt, and the variation kfmt is the frequency deviation. Why it is frequency deviation? Because see, Fi is deviated from Fc by the amount kfmt. Okay, understood? So what will be the maximum frequency? That is equal to Fi max. Fi max, that is equal to Fc plus, see, what is the maximum value of mt it can take? If it is sinusoidal signal, then it can take Am, that is the maximum amplitude value. So that will be equal to Kf Am. Okay, and the minimum frequency from this we can get as Fi min, that is equal to Fc minus, see, it, the cosine or sine signal can take the least value, that is minus Am here. So that is minus Kf Am. Okay, so the maximum frequency deviation we have to find. Let's suppose the maximum frequency deviation, they have asked this many times in the GATE. Find the maximum frequency deviation of the signal f. So see, this is our frequency deviation. So what will be the maximum value of frequency deviation? That will be is equal to Kf and the maximum value of mt, that is Kf Am. Okay, in this question, but generally it will be is equal to maximum of, because sometimes it may not be sinusoidal signal, so maximum of Kf into mt. Okay, understood up to this? So here in this case, delta f is equal to Kf into Am, that is the maximum frequency deviation. So see here, our Fi max, let's suppose that is F max only. F max is equal to Fc plus Kfam is delta f. So Fc plus delta f, and F min is equal to Fc minus delta f. So up to this there is no doubt. Okay, F max is equal to Fc plus delta f, and F min is equal to Fc minus delta f. So the total frequency swing of the resultant FM signal. Take in the next page only. So total frequency swing of resultant FM signal. So what will be the total frequency swing? See, that will be is equal to F min to F max. So that is equal to Fc plus delta f minus Fc minus delta f, because F max minus F min is the total frequency swing. See, let's suppose this is our F max and this is our F min. So total frequency swing is F max minus F min. So that is equal to F max minus F min. So what is our F max? F max is Fc plus delta f. See here, we have already got what is F max, Fc plus delta f. F min is Fc minus delta f. So Fc plus delta f minus Fc minus delta f So this FC will get cancelled, delta F plus delta F, that is equal to 2 delta F. So total frequency swing is 2 delta F. Understood? So let's do a gate question now. Okay, very simple question because we already studied all the concepts and formula. So now the question seems to be very simple, but let's do it. The question is for FM signal having minimum frequency of 1 megahertz corresponding frequency swing of 1200 kilohertz. So find FC comma delta F comma F max. See, this is very simple question. I will give you 1 minute to solve this question. Very simple question. You just comment your answer in the comment section. See, if you will try, then only you will enhance. Why this clock is not coming? Yes, it is coming now. So 1 minute, your time is started now. Very simple question. The minimum frequency is given, the total frequency swing is given. You have to find FC, delta F and F max. So comment your answer in the comment box. So solve it fast, okay? We have 42 seconds left. Half minute more to go. You just solve and comment your answer in the comment box, okay? So your time is over. Now I will solve this question. See, our F min is given, that is equal to, we know, we already studied FC minus delta F. Delta F is KFAM, but there is no use of that here. So that is given as 1 megahertz. So what is 1 megahertz? That is equal to 1000 kilohertz. Okay. Now the total frequency swing, that is 2 delta F, that is given as 1200 kilohertz. We already know the total frequency swing is 2 delta F. So delta F is equal to 600 kilohertz. So we will substitute the delta F value here in this question. So we will get FC is equal to 1000 plus delta F, because delta F will come this side, so it will become plus 600, that is equal to 1600 kilohertz. Okay, so we found our FC. Now delta F we already found, that is equal to 600 kilohertz. FC is 1600 kilohertz, and the third is F max. F max is equal to FC plus delta F. So FC is here 16 kilohertz, and what is our delta F? That is equal to 600 kilohertz. So our answer will be 2200 kilohertz. So any doubt in this question? See, we already studied the concept and did the question. This is a very simple question. Any doubt, then you can ask in the comment box. I will just wait for half minute. If you have any doubt till now, then you can ask in the comment box. So just ask it fast. Okay, if you don't have any doubt, then I will start the next topic. The next topic is general expression of FM signal. Okay. So now we will study the general expression of FM signal. So general expression of FM signal is given as SFMT, that is equal to AC cos theta ITC. Generally FM is also the angle modulation only, so theta I only varies. This is our, let's suppose, equation number 1. And the instantaneous frequency, that is given as 1 by 2 pi d theta it dt, means the differentiation of theta with respect to t and divided by 1 by 2 pi. Why? Because we are finding in the frequency. If we are finding the angular frequency, that is omega, then 2 pi fi will be omega. So omega will be d theta c. Omega is equal to d theta I by dt, but omega I we can write 2 pi fi, that is equal to d theta I by dt. So our fi is equal to 1 by 2 pi d theta I dt. Okay, so fi is equal to 1 by 2 pi d theta I dt. So when we will take this 2 pi and dt that side, then we will get theta it, that is equal to 2 pi fi dt, and this will be the integration, because this side is differentiation. So if we integrate both sides, so it will become theta it, and this side will be integration of 2 pi fi dt. And we already know that fi is equal to, we already studied, fc plus kf am, that is instantaneous frequency. Okay, so we will substitute here. So theta it, that is equal to 2 pi will come out because it is a constant, fc plus kf am dt. Okay, so that is, there it is from minus infinite to t, so that is equal to 2 pi fct plus 2 pi kf see, our fi is the fc plus k, maximum of kf mt. Okay, so that is fc plus kf mt, because we already studied here. Instantaneous frequency is fi is equal to fc plus kf mt, because mt is varying. So here we write kf mt. Okay, because this mt is varying, then only instantaneous frequency is varying, and here it will be kf mt. Okay, understood? There should be no doubt. See, because fi is equal to fc plus kf mt, I wrongly substitute kf am, because kf am, that is f max. F max is fc plus kf am, and fi is fc plus kf mt. So now it will be, because see, the fc dt, integration of dt will be t here, so it is 2 pi fct plus 2 pi kf, here integration of mt dt. So this is our theta I t, that is instantaneous phase. So SFMT, that is equal to AC cos theta I t. So we will substitute the theta I t and we will get the general expression of FM signal. So our FMT, that is the general FM signal, will be AC cos theta I t. So theta I t is here. What is theta it? 2 pi fct plus 2 pi kf integration mt dt. So we will substitute here. We will get 2 pi fct plus 2 pi kf integration of mt dt. Okay, so this is the general expression of FM signal. There is one more mathematical expression of FM signal that we will study later on, that is in the term of Jacobian. This is general expression of FM signal. Understood? So now we will take single toned FM expression and we will analyze it like how we did in amplitude modulation. So the next topic is single toned FM modulation, FM expression. What is expression for single toned FM? So for this we know that the SFMT, the FM signal, is represented as AC cos 2 pi FCT plus 2 pi KF MT dt. Okay, this we know. Now let MT is equal to, let suppose it is sinusoidal signal, that is AM cos 2 pi FMT. Now we will analyze our single tone FM expression. Why it is single tone? Because the message signal having only one frequency component present here. So our SFMT, the FM signal, will be AC cos 2 pi FCT plus, when we will put MT here, we will get 2 pi KF. Integration of MT will be AM divided by 2 pi FM, and this will be sine 2 pi FMT. Okay, integration will be this, so this, sorry, 2 pi and 2 pi will get cancelled. Okay, so our SFMT will be, for narrow band signal, means for this single toned FM expression, it will be AC cos 2 pi FCT plus, here it will be KF AM into divided by FM sine 2 pi FMT. Understood? If you have any doubt, then you can ask me in the comment section. See, we are doing step by step SFMT, because our integration of AM cos 2 pi FMT will be AM divided by this 2 pi FM will come in denominator, and cos 2 pi FMT integration will be sin 2 pi FMT. So up to this clear. Now what we will do, we will take beta is equal to, this whole term will be equal to beta. So we will get KF AM by FM is equal to beta. Okay, and we already studied that KF AM is delta F. This term is delta F. We already studied. So beta is equal to delta F by FM. This is very important formula of FM for the gate point of view. So now we will substitute here beta value here, and the expression will be SFMT, that is equal to AC cos 2 pi FCT plus this KFAM by FM is beta, so beta sine 2 pi FM T. So this is the expression of single tone FM signal. Expression for single tone FM signal. Okay, now this FM can be two types. That one is narrow band FM signal and another is the wide band FM signal. In narrow band FM signal, this beta term, what is our beta? That is equal to KF AM by FM, that is also is equal to delta F by FM. So this beta will be narrow band, so beta will be less than equal to 1, and wide band, so beta will be greater than 1. So whenever beta is less than equal to 1, it will be a narrow band signal, and whenever beta is greater than 1, it will be a wide band signal. Now we will study what is narrow band frequency modulation. We will study everything, don't worry. Narrow band FM. Okay, so we already studied in this beta is less than equal to 1. Okay, so our SFMT, that is equal to this, you remember the general expression, that is AC cos 2 pi. See, we have written so many times that you must have remembered now only. 2 pi FCT plus beta sine 2 pi FMT. So now what we have to do, see, this is cos A plus B, that is equal to cos A cos B minus sin A sin B. You know this identity, right? Cos A plus B, that is equal to cos A cos B minus sin A sin B. So this is our A and this is our B. So we can write this SFMT is equal to AC cos 2 pi FCT and cos B is cos beta sine 2 pi FMT minus AC sine 2 pi FCT into sine beta sine 2 pi FMT. Understood? We have just expanded it, cos A plus B. So now for narrow band FM signal, beta is less than equal to 1, that is a small value. Beta is very small. So let's suppose this is our theta and this is also our theta, because beta sine 2 pi FMT we assumed as theta. So when beta is small and this sine 2 pi FMT is less than 1 always, so to a small quantity multiplication will be very small. So for a small theta, so theta will be very small. So for a small theta, cos theta is equal to 1 and sin theta is equal to 0. Sin theta is equal to theta, because we have already studied in the limit sin theta is equal to theta, because we know that limit sin theta by theta is equal to 1 when theta tends to 0. We already studied, right, this thing, that limit theta tends to 0, sin theta by theta is equal to 1. So when theta tends to 0, sin theta is equal to theta. Okay, so here sin theta is equal to theta. So our narrow band FM signal, now we assume beta is less than 1, so it became narrow band FM signal, that is equal to AC cos 2 pi FCT and this minus AC sine 2 pi FCT, and this sine theta will be theta, so theta will come out, that will be equal to beta sine 2 pi FMT. So up to this clear? So we can write this as AC cos 2 pi FCT minus this AC beta term we will take separately, sine 2 pi FCT into sine 2 pi FMT. So up to this clear? So now what we will do, this sine A into sine B, we will break it. We will break in the trigonometry identity. So we will get AC cos 2 pi FCT. This term is same, and this will be AC beta by 2. This will be cos 2 pi FC minus FMT plus AC beta by 2 cos 2 pi FC plus FMT. You must be knowing that cos A minus cos B. So we have used that trigonometry identity. I will write this in the next page. So because this time it is got cut in the corner. So our narrow band FM signal we got after the trigonometric simplification, that is equal to AC cos 2 pi FCT minus AC beta by 2 cos 2 pi FC minus FMT plus AC beta by 2 cos 2 pi FC plus FMT. Okay, so up to this done. So when you will match this narrow band expression with the AM expression, what was our AM expression? That was AC cos 2 pi FCT plus, we already studied in amplitude modulation, AC mu by 2 cos 2 pi FC minus FMT plus AC mu by 2 cos 2 pi FC plus FMT. See here, there is only two difference. Here it is a minus sign, here it is plus sign. This beta is equal to mu. Okay, there is not much difference, but when you will plot this on the, means when you will show the frequency component, then it will become for SAMT, for AM signal, it was like at FC there was one signal component was at FC, this was at FC minus FM, and this was at FC plus FM. Okay, but see here at FC minus FM, here in the minus signal sign is there. So in narrow band FM, the spectrum analysis will be like at FC minus FM, it will be a minus sign, and at FC it will be a positive sign, and at FC plus FM it is again positive sign. There is only one difference, that this at FC minus FM the sign is minus, so it is in the negative direction. So write a note point. Note point is that, see, single toned FM and single toned narrow band FM and AM signal is almost same. Only one difference is there, that 180-degree phase shift is there in the LSB, lower sideband frequency component. This is your LSB and this is your MSB. Okay, LSB and MSB. So both are same, but only one difference is there, that LSB component is 180-degree phase shifted in narrow band FM. So write the note point. Single toned AM and narrow band frequency modulation expression will be same except everything is same but only except 180-degree phase shift of at lower sideband frequency component. There is only one problem is there, that means one difference is there, that the lower sideband frequency component is 180-degree phase shifted. So now when you will find the power, total power, that is equal to PC carrier power plus P USB plus P LSB. So instead of mu, here it is beta. So the carrier power will be AC squared by 2R, that is same, and here USB will be AC squared beta squared by 8R. See, from this expression we have done AC beta by 2, so power will be AC squared beta squared by 4 into 2, in denominator will be 8R. 8R, and the lowest B power will, lower sideband power will be AC squared beta squared by 8R. So now when you will take common AC squared by 2R, then you will get 1 plus, this will be AC squared beta squared by 4R. So in denominator it will be 2, it will be beta squared. Okay, so the total power of narrowband FM is AC squared by 2R 1 plus beta squared. Okay, so this is the total power of narrowband FM signal. So see, the bandwidth and the power requirement of AM and narrowband FM will be almost same. Because of its high similarities with AM, narrowband FM is given less practical importance as compared to wideband FM signal. क्योंकि देखो, ना तो बैंडविड्थ में फ़ायदा हो रहा है हमें नैरो बैंड एफएम में एज़ कम्पेयर टू एएम, बिकॉज बैंडविड्थ सेम है, पावर भी दोनों का ट्रांसमिशन पावर जो है टोटल पावर वो भी सेम है, तो हमें किसी चीज़ में फ़ायदा नहीं हो रहा है, इसीलिए इसका लीस्ट इंपॉर्टेंस है एज़ कम्पेयर टू द वाइड बैंड एफएम सिग्नल. सो राइट दिस नोट पॉइंट, very important point. Bandwidth and power requirements of AM and narrowband FM signal will be almost same. The power was almost same, and if beta is equal to mu, so because of it high similarity with AM, narrowband FM is given less practical importance. Okay, because see FM और नैरो AM और नैरो बैंड FM सिग्नल जो है ऑलमोस्ट सेम है, इसीलिए प्रैक्टिकल इम्पोर्टेंस जो है नैरो बैंड FM का बहुत कम दिया गया है, क्योंकि जो चीज़ हमें AM से हो जा रहा है उसके लिए नैरो बैंड FM क्यों करें, एंड इसीलिए हम लोग यूज़ करते हैं वाइड बैंड FM मोर. सो इट इज़ गिवन लीस्ट इम्पोर्टेंस एज कंपेयर टू wide band FM signal. Okay, so now we will study the another alternate equation of general expression of FM signal, that is using the Bessel function. So first of all we will study the Bessel function, or let me write first the general expression of SFM signal, that is SFMT, that is equal to AC cos 2 pi FCT plus beta sine 2 pi fmt. This is the general expression of fm signal. So now what we will do, we will write the fm signal expression in different form, that is AC summation Jn beta cos 2 pi fc plus nfmt. See, this is very important and is equal to from minus infinite to infinite. So just remember this, because you think it is least important, but many question came in GATE with this formula. And I will teach you what is Bessel, but this derivation is very long and there is no requirement with respect to GATE point of view. So this Jn beta is the Bessel function. I will teach you what is Bessel function now. So next, first we will write the FM signal expression in terms of Bessel function. I am writing it again because so that you can learn it now only. You did not remember it again. If you are watching this lecture, you should learn it now. It is AC summation Jn beta cos 2 pi fc plus nfmt. Okay, so what is this Jn beta? That is Bessel function. Now we will study little about Bessel function. See, Bessel function is very complex topic, and if you will study this, it will take 2-3 hours. So we are just writing in the short form so that you should get only the cream, the output of the derivation. In GATE there is no, they will never ask you any derivation. So whenever Jn x that is given, so that can be written as 1 by 2 pi integration minus pi to pi. There is no importance of this, but I am writing because you will now think how Jn beta came and all. See, even this formula is not required for GATE. This is the Bessel function formula. I am writing it now, but I am just writing so that you will get at least little feelings. Now the properties of Bessel function, that is very important. This you should remember. Properties of Bessel function. So all these properties are very important. The first property is Jnx decreases as n increases. Okay. The second is J0 x. See, when n decreases, Jnx decreases. So J0 x will be greater than J1x, because see here n is increased from 0 to 1. So J1x will decrease. So J0 x is greater than J1x. Similarly, that is greater than J2x, and so on. So this is one of the important property. The second property is J minus nx, that is equal to minus 1 to the power n Jnx. So let's suppose this n can be even and odd. So J minus nx, that is equal to, if n is odd, this minus 1 to the power n will be minus Jnx when n is odd. Now J minus nx, that is equal to, if n is even, it will be plus, that is equal to Jnx when n is even. So up to this clear? So the third important property, okay, I will write it here only, then all property will get covered in this slide only. So, summation n is equal to minus infinite to infinite Jn squared x, that is equal to 1. Okay. So these three property. The first one, when n increases, Jnx decreases. So you can write this equation. Another one, J minus nx is equal to minus 1 to the power n Jnx, and for n is odd and n is even, we have seen the cases. third one, summation n is equal to minus infinite to infinite jn square x is always 1. Okay, so this was the our fm expression in terms of Bessel function. So now we will do the analysis of wideband fm. A spectrum analysis of, see, communication is totally mathematically, so you need to sit with your paper and pen and you need to write all those formula expressions. See, our SFMT, the frequency modulation signal, is given as AC summation Jn beta cos 2 pi fc plus nfm t. Okay, so now in wideband frequency modulation, we know that beta is greater than equal to 1. So here we can write it as wideband FM signal expression, that is equal to AC summation Jn beta cos 2 pi fc plus nfm t. Okay, and beta is greater than 1. So now we will break this summation, that is from n is equal to minus infinite to infinite. So we will break like this. Wideband FM signal expression, we can write it as AC, n can be from minus infinite to infinite. So we write all the terms, J0 beta cos 2 pi fct, okay, plus AC J1 beta. See here, n is equal to 0, so this NFM will be reduced. AC J1 beta cos 2 pi fc plus fmt, because here n is equal to 1, plus AC j minus 1. It was when we will put n is equal to minus 1, so it will become j minus 1 beta cos 2 pi fc minus fm t plus AC j2 beta cos 2 pi fc plus 2 fmt plus AC j minus 2 beta cos 2 pi fc minus 2 fm t. Okay, plus so on. We can write it up to infinite, but we have written. Now we will see, we will simplify it. In the previous slide, just to see this expression very carefully now, and we also studied the properties that when Jnx decreases as n increases. So for a small beta, J0 beta, that is nearly equal to 1. So J0 when beta is equal to 0, that will be is equal to 1. Now J1 beta, sorry, here it will be beta. So J1 beta will be lesser, that will be equal to beta by 2. These all are given, so I am just telling you. If you will understand it, it will take long hours. So just I am writing the main result. J minus 1 beta, that is equal to minus beta by 2, and J2 beta, that is equal to J3 beta, and so on is equal to 0. Because see, whenever n is increasing, Jn beta is decreasing. So after J2 beta, it will become 0, because Bessel function is like this, it is decreasing. So from J2 beta it becoming 0. Okay, so now when you will substitute this, means all this J minus 1 beta is equal to beta by 2 and J2 beta is equal to 0, then you will get the expression. So you can substitute it and you will get the expression, and so you will get the component up to minus 1 only. So you will get like this. At 0 it will be AC J naught beta by 2. See in the expression, AC J naught beta by 2. And at 1 you will get AC J1 beta by 2. So J1 beta is equal to beta by 2. So after that you will get 0. Like this you will get. Okay. So wideband FM have carrier frequency component and infinite number of lower sideband and upper sideband component. But actual bandwidth of wideband FM signal is infinite because it have infinite number of lower sideband and upper sideband component. So the actual bandwidth is equal to infinite. So for wideband FM signal, most of the strength present in the few frequency component only. See, up to this only the significant components are there. So all the strength, most of the strengths are present in this lower side bands only, which are called as significant side band. Okay, so these are called the significant side band. So our PT expression, that is total power, that is equal to infinite number of LSB 1, 2, so on, plus carrier power plus infinite number of USB. But we will take up to the significant frequency component, and PC is equal to AC square J naught square beta by 2R from the given expression, and P USB1, that is equal to AC square J1 square beta by 2R, and P LSB1, that is equal to AC square J minus 1 square beta by 2R. So on. So PT is equal to AC square by 2R, all the term, plus J minus 1 square beta, because see, we will take this common. AC square by 2R is common here. So J minus 1 square beta plus J naught square beta plus J1 square beta. And we have studied plus so on. We have studied one property is the summation Jn square beta and tending from minus infinite to infinite, that is equal to 1. So this value is equal to 1. So our PT is equal to AC square by 2R. So that is the power of the FM signal. So for FM, the power of carrier signal before